told you I had an idea. You're going to see yourself as you were, darling. And how we first met. And then you'll remember. I'm sure you will.
What, you mean?
Shh. The golf club. You took this bit yourself.
I did?
On Jack's camera. He gave us the film as part of his wedding present. There's Jack Carter.
No.
Jack wanted to see what his swing looked like. So he foolishly handed over the camera to you. Oh, darling, you had a roving eye. But look.
By George, it's you.
Oh, the very first time we met. I was with Jill, remember?
No.
You couldn't take your eyes off me, you said. You forgot all about poor old Jack's swing. He was simply furious.
Oh, I say. Did we really meet like that?
Truthfully. 3 weeks later, we were married. We had the reception here in the garden.
Hmm.
He remembers, don't you, Mark?
Yeah, lucky dog.
Oh, it's typical of you, I'm afraid, darling.
Oh, is that so? Ah. Is that all?
You don't remember?
Not yet, but...
Not after that?
Well...
It didn't mean anything at all. Nothing?
Well, it was very pleasant, of course.
But I could never imagine myself ever forgetting you.
I feel simply terrible about this, but nothing in the least personal about it, you know.
Oh, how right you
Well,
are.
that is to say, it's purely functional.
Whatever that may mean.
Oh, please, Monica.
Oh. Well, you're looking at me like some sort of an uncle.
What? Well, it's quite unintentional, I assure you.
I assure you. This is what happens when you let yourself become emotionally dependent on somebody. I always swore I'd never let it happen again. I should have known better.
Monica?
We had all this out before we were married.
What?
Well, what did you say in June?
I have no idea.
You carry on with your career, I'll carry on with mine. I wouldn't dream of interfering. That's what you said.
Well, I haven't interfered. Or have I?
I mean, how on earth can one possibly concentrate on one's career in a situation like this?
Well, I may not be ticking over very well yet, but I don't see the connection at all.
Perfectly obvious.
It may be obvious to you, Monica, but it...
I answered to Mrs. Hathaway, remember?
Oh, really?
You think I'm being unreasonable, don't you?
No.
Well, you're perfectly right. I'm behaving abominably. I ought to be ashamed of myself. And so I am, utterly. Well, I apologize.
Well, then I accept.
Oh, be that as it may, you'll no doubt be relieved to hear in the present circumstances I intend to make no demands upon you of any kind whatsoever. I know I'm being an absolute beast. There's no point in telling me. Clara will bring up your breakfast. Good night.